is a walk through the WordPress backend. So here we have the WordPress backend, so you see that you actually have like a top bar. This is actually a main nav bar, but along your side, which is really key to note, is that you have a sidebar navigation here that has your posts, your media, links, pages, comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools, and settings. And this is kind of what we're going to go through on this. Of course, when you get into your WordPress dashboard, this is what it's called, you're going to see like how many posts you have. These are kind of like little widgets. You can make a post directly from your back end, or you can minimize it by clicking the little arrow in the corner. If you have any drafts, it'll be listed here. You can have outside WordPress resources filtered into your backend. This is just by default. And you can have some of your most recent comments appear. So like if you have anything pending, which would be highlighted in yellow, you can actually either delete or reply or edit the comment from this area. Kind of like this is like a quick way to edit comments, just like this is a quick way to make a post. So we have also in the dashboard updates. This little number tells you how many updates there are. It could be the actual whole WordPress core or backend that needs updating, or plugins, or themes. So the first thing after the dashboard is posts, and you can see there's like a little flyout menu. This lists all your posts. You can add new, you can edit categories and tags. So in the post section, you have all your posts listed here, and we're going to go ahead and go into each one of the, or not each one of these, at least one of these posts, and we'll go ahead and go into one of these. So on this post, this actually is related to your blogging. If you don't want to blog, that's fine. This actually is by default available to you in WordPress. Some people don't want to blog, that's fine. Other people do enjoy the functionality of blogging. It's a way to expand your business by flexing your knowledge and authority in your niche. So it's a very good marketing tool. Now, as you see, we have the title here in this area, and then we have here a content area, and all this stuff right here, these buttons, relate to this content area. You can add media like pictures, video, PDF, pretty much anything. You can stylize text, making it bold, making it italic. You can cross it out. You can make ordered lists, ordered list or unordered list. You can do a quote. You can make it left, right, or in the middle. You can create a link or unlink it. You can make it where your post has more than one page. You can hide these buttons, or you can expand. You can add paragraph, address, pre-formatted text, change the size of your text for headings. You can underline your text. You can justify it. You can change the color of your text. You can copy and paste as plain text or from Microsoft Word. You can remove formatting, and you can insert custom characters. And you can indent, can undo, and if you need help, there's some other ones. You can specify the category of a post. Usually these aren't supposed to be that many, but these are very general topics. Like for example, in my site I have blogging, WordPress, web design, podcast. I have about maybe 7 to 8 categories. And then within those categories, I actually use something to make it more defined, like little tags. And this post doesn't have it because this post isn't, much. But I probably would say, welcome. That's about all for this one because it's not very much. If I wanted to publish, I could hit this button. Usually on the first time, this blue button right here would say publish, but since it's already published, you can just click update and it'll update. I can schedule a post by clicking in here and adjusting the date and time. And I can go back on revisions. I can also set a feature image depending on if your theme actually has this built in. Your featured image could show in whatever place that featured image is. So this is kind of like on the post. The next would be media library. It kind of hooks with this. This actually, if you click this button right here, it will either bring up your media library where you can insert these files into that post by just selecting it, and then you can adjust these areas whether you want it to align right or link to it or anything else, and you can insert in. So that actually comes from this section, and it gives you a list of all the files you've ever uploaded. If you ever attached them to a post, it'll actually tell you where you've attached it to. You can go in and edit a picture. You can, while it's loading, with editing, you can actually crop it, resize it, turn it over, flip it. So by clicking to edit the image, so you can see right here all the little areas that you can do. Like you said, you can resize it or scale it. So it's kind of cool. The next section is link manager. In the case you like to add links to your site, maybe from friends or relevant sites to your niche, this would be something that you would use. And you just add it. We'll just go ahead and edit one of these so you can see an example of how this one was set up. So we've got the name of this, so we use this documentation, and then have your URL or the web address. You can put a description if you want. Your link role can be actually put into categories. This one is by default blog role. You can have this open in a new window or none, or if you have like a framed layout, you can put it, direct it to open in certain places. The relationship, and if there's anything like advanced that you want to put in there. This section, in order to get it to view on a page, you can use a plugin or you can use a widget. There are plugins specifically for the media library where you can insert the links in, and that's pretty cool. The next section is pages. Pages aren't too different from posts, except for the fact that they are more static. These are ones that you don't edit so often, and they're different from posts that because they can be can have a hierarchy where you can have parent page and child pages. So as you can see here, you've got the parent page, the next one down, and then the next one down there from here, which you can utilize like for sections of your website, like an index. Like say you like to write little stories online and you want to make them in chapters, you could do that. Or maybe essays, this would be great. Or Wikipedia or wikis. Wikis would be great for that kind of stuff. So in pages, I'm going to open one of these pages and show you. They really don't look that much different from a post, except you can see on the side, instead of categories, we have page attributes. And you can tell it, say, like I was telling you, you can make it a parent, or either you can, it's not a parent, and you can put it underneath another one. For like these ones, I would have selected on this page to put underneath this one, the parent of that one. And you can also set a feature image for this. This is great actually for social media as well. If you're sharing the page and have a set featured image, you can utilize this function right here. So the next section is comments. And basically this is actually managing all your content, comments on your site. You've got all of them listed by default when you first get into this section. You have your pending, the ones that are waiting to be moderated, approved, and then spam, and then trash. Spam, you can put posts into this area. Like it works best if you have it connected with, you have your backend connected with like a anti-spam plugin like Akismet, so that these will be tracked, and they can add it to their algorithm, so your spam won't be too bad. So you can either moderate comments to go into the spam box, or some will appear in there. It's good to actually go and look and make sure before you actually delete them permanently. Trash is actually your last chance before you actually send comments to the trash. So you can actually empty trash, from here. Usually any pending comments will show up, they'll be highlighted in yellow. Right now we don't have any right now. So the next area is called appearance, and this actually manages most of your front end of your website. So on appearance, when you actually click, it goes through to the first option is to manage your themes. So you actually have all these other themes listed that you can install, and actually you can do that by clicking on this other tab called Install Themes. You can do a search, and this connects you to the WordPress theme directory, or you can upload one that you have, say if you made one or you bought one from somewhere else. And these other ones actually are also for the WordPress theme directory. They just tell you what has been, what's featured, and some of the newest and recently updated. And the next section is, say you've already installed a theme. We're going to use this one as an example that we have, which is the 2013 theme, and you can actually click on customize and under appearance, and you can change the site title and tag, the colors, the header image, navigation, and static front page. So it's a little bit slow to load, but there we go. So you can see that. You can change the header color on the colors, the image, navigation, and you can select if you wanted to your front page to be a static page or latest post here. So you can go back and close this, and the next section would be on, I'm thinking this theme is the next area would be widgets, and this is where, say you have a sidebar and everything, you can customize the content within. You've got a lot of cool stuff that you can drag over, like listing your categories, or I have here a custom menu. I can put a tag cloud. I can put a RSS feed from another site and list their posts within my site. I can put the links for the blog roll, and I can select either all links or current category that I have available as blog roll, and then tell it what I have here, whether I want link image or show link name or description and how many links to show. And the next one would be menus. This is where you can control all your menus if there are any built into your theme. Right now we've got one for the sidebar, which is the custom menu, and basically all you do is basically check mark and it'll add the new page to there. So it's kind of cool. You can also manage locations, or you can manage the locations through this drop down menu, or you can create a new menu. You can add custom links from the link section, or you can add any of the categories to your menu bar. You can also make a drop down. This will be like they'll show up as a drop down where this is the main one and these are the secondary, and this is the grandchild of this one, or this one. The other section is header. You can customize the header of let me go back to the other one, I'm sorry. You can customize the header image. I'm not going to change the menu, so I'm going to leave this page. Pretty cool function, so just in case you actually forgot to save, you don't have to worry. You can upload an image or choose an image from your image library. The next one will be your editor. You can actually edit the direct templates of your theme from here if you wish. And if you do, caution that when you save, if you actually accidentally mess up, that it could make your theme look weird, especially if you the whole site and you'll have to go back and actually edit from either FTP or your direct web hosting account. So the next section is actually plugins. This is where you maintain all the plugins. Plugins actually add extra functions that are not within WordPress. You can add other types of custom post types, like if you wanted to have a wiki, or if you're building your own shop or something. You can install contact form. You can do a lot of things. This is great because it makes WordPress more than just a simple content management system. It makes it a very fully robust content management system. So from here you actually can add new plugins, and just like the theme section, you can add from the WordPress plugin repository, and you can search them by the tags, or search from here, or go through featured, popular, newest, or favorites, or you can upload your own plugin, whether you developed your own, somebody else did, or you bought it from a premium plugin company. So the next area would be users. And this is where you manage all your users, and you can give them a role. You see a few roles here and everything else. Like administrator can do just about anything on the site. Subscriber, they only have a few things that they can do, and you can actually limit what each role can do, whether they can have full access to your site, or if they can only be like a subscriber who can only receive what the new posts are. It's pretty cool. So if you do want multiple authors, you can restrict them from certain things. The next thing is tools. This section is not used as much. However, I'm going to go through a little bit of it. You actually, by default, have a couple tools called Press This. This is actually where you can drag this into your toolbar, and when you're on another site, you can press it and it'll go right to your website. You can save it and publish it to your website, or I would recommend editing your posts so you don't get dinged for duplicate content. The other thing is categories and tags converter. Say you have some tags that you prefer them to be categories, you can convert them to categories, or you can do the same thing from making categories to tags. Say you made too many categories, you can make some of them tags. And then import and export. Export is, say you want to move your site somewhere else, or say you're developing on this site and you want to move it to the live site. Well, you can export everything, post, pages, images, just anything. And then on the new site you use the import. Like you can use this for WordPress to WordPress, Blogger to WordPress. There's quite a few places that you can import from. As you can see Blogger. You can import your blog role from LiveJournal, Movable Type and TypePad, RSS, Tumblr. That's pretty cool. And the last section of your WordPress backend would be your general settings. This actually controls like what the URL of your website is, whether you can actually control whether you want it to be www or with no www. It actually is the place where you put your canonical URLs. So this is where you need to decide whether you want the www or the or without the www. And you can specify if you're going to allow anybody to register and what their role would be, what the time zone is, and the date, and what time it was, and when the week starts. You could specify the writing and everything, what your default post category is, and you have also the option for the Press This again, and If you want to set up post by email, you can do that. Yeah, your reading settings, if you want to display your front page for your latest post or static page, say you want to do static page, you can do, you can select any one of these. You can say how many posts that you want to be viewable. You can discourage search engines from indexing the site. Discussion tab is all about commenting and everything, so this helps with moderating, whether for trackbacks and pingbacks is the first section. Moderating, you can put like a comment blacklist, like what URLs or words and everything will tip your spam queue off. So and that's pretty cool, especially if you have a busy site. It'll help you. You can show avatars on your site. WordPress comes built in with Gravatar, so you can either use one of these for those who don't have a Gravatar, but majority of themes actually come built with it, so you don't really have to do anything. And a Gravatar, just in case, is a globally recognized avatar. It's an image that if you go sign up at gravatar.com, you can upload your own image, and anytime you blog on a site that has Gravatar, it will show up. So the next section is media settings, and it sets for like image sizes and everything, mostly for your posts and pages. So you can select these sizes and place them in your site, whether you can have a thumbnail size or a medium size or a large size, and those could be inserted in your posts, and it's pretty cool. And you can also tell your site to upload files based on month and everything, or it will just upload directly to your uploads file without any organization. It might be better to use the month and year based folders because if you have hundreds and hundreds of pictures in just the uploads folder, it might be a little bit hard to go through all of them. And the last section is permalinks. This is actually changing the URL structure of your site. By default, as it says up here, it shows up as the actual ID, or it says post ID. You can also use day and name, month and name, numeric, and post name. Post name is pretty popular because this is actually very good for SEO. The shorter your URL and the more descriptive that your post is, this is where you can put your keywords in for your post. So a lot of people use this. So that's kind of a run through of the WordPress backend. I know this is just under 30 minutes, but this is well worth the time if you're a newbie and really need a breakdown of the back end without having to go through like first like you're blind. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, leave a comment with this video or come over to blondish.net and leave me either email through my contact form or through any one of my posts. Thank you for listening to and watching this WordPress screencast.